Адрия Инглиш е бивша стриптизьорка, започнала кариерата си от така наречените бели партита на Пи Диди. Адрия мечтае да стане хип-хоп певица. През 2004 година получава покана да танцува на парти на Пи Диди, на което гости ще бъдат световно известни звезди, богати влиятелни хора, милионери и милиардери. Адрия решава, че това е златна възможност да създаде контакти в индустрията и да сбъдне мечтата си. Днес тя е една от стотиците жертви на Диди, които го съдят за сексуални издевателства. Адрия твърди, че Пи Диди я е карал да спи с гостите му, да участва в оргии и да върши отвратителни неща. Адрия повдига завесата и разкрива скандални неща от партитата на Диди, участието на майка му Джанис в тях, както и на много други известни знаменитости, президенти и кралски особи. В началото на интервюто Адрия говори за тогавашното си гадже Антони Гала, който е бил модел и двамата с Адрия са попаднали в обкръжението на Диди. Впоследствие Адрия започва да танцува на известните партита на Диди и вижда всичко от първо лице. В интервюто ще чуете и името Джейн Дол. Това е измислено име, с което наричат всички жертви завели съдебни искове срещу Диди и използват това име, за да скрият истинската им самоличност. Адрия разказва в подкаст подробности от партитата на Диди, като разкрива скандални случки с световно известни хора.
One of Diddy's handlers, wranglers, and she approached me with opportunity to help me and Anthony out. If I would dance at Diddy's white parties, Anthony can go ahead and book the campaign. I agreed to dance at the white parties. Anthony booked the Sean John campaign. He was everywhere. He was on billboards, buses, bus stops, cabs, in the magazine, all at the same damn time. He was everywhere. But right now, if you go and try to Google any one picture of that Sean John campaign, Diddy done scrubbed it all. I can't even hardly find a picture.
Now, did Diddy remember him whenever he eventually got that gig? Was he like, oh yeah, I remember you?
Yeah, because when he booked it, after they had like a lounge party where it was like a celebration, like, hey, the new campaign, let's all, and it was a very small lounge, like only the models was there, the creative director, the photographer, Diddy, a couple other people, and that's it. And so he went over it. So it was kind of like, thank you for letting your girl work my parties. You know what I mean? You came out great, my nigga. He didn't say my nigga. He said, you came my. What did he say? You came out great, my guy. You're killing it, baby. You killing it. You know what I mean? So he basically tried to like go over the fact that he had asked him to suck his, because he tried him and he didn't fall for it. So he felt stupid. He didn't know he was that thug.
So what was your reaction to that? I know both of you guys were upset. But were you thinking like, damn, ain't no Diddy was like this? Were you guys shocked when that happened?
Because I had been an ex, porn star, and I was currently an exotic dancer. For me, it was regular scheduled programming. Like, it's just what rich people with money do. Like, he tried it. He wanted to see, To me, it was more funny, but Anthony took more offense. Like, nah, like, he got me fucked up. So I had let it go. I was over it. But when they asked me to work the parties, I was like, hell yeah, I would have did that shit damn near for free. You know what I mean? Just for the networking. I was a groupie at that point. And I didn't realize how pretty I was. I didn't realize they looked at me like that. And I extra didn't know that Diddy had gotten word of my former career in the adult entertainment industry, that I was manipulated into by an ex-boyfriend that I only did for 6 months out of my life, that I wasn't trying. I didn't have aspirations to be a P-star, none of that. I got manipulated into it so somebody could basically get my residuals and be basically caking off of me the last 20 plus years. I was very sheltered, naive. My parents were from LA, and so they raised me in the suburbs because they didn't want me to experience anything they saw growing up in the hood. And so when I went to Long Beach State and they put me in the co-ed dorms, to the left were the athletes and to the right were the girls who were stripping to get through school, because they were all from LA, Compton, and Long Beach. I'm from Chino, California, a little nerdy girl with valedictorian. So when they were stripping to get through college, I kicked it with them. And that's how I ended up with Jake Steed. And he saw the innocence and the naiveness in me. He got me to do their movies. And then when Diddy found out about it, they used that against me. And then he viewed me as somebody that was sexually exploited, worthy. And yeah. And he played on my heart. It's called coercion of the heart. when I told him that I rap and I sang, and he said I was dope, and he said he was gonna bring me and I had a girl group out, like I'm the Beyonce of my group. They even told you that I was the dopest one, and it's called Coercion of the Heart, and he played on the fact that he knew I liked to rap, sing, and perform, and that's why he would bring me back year after year, saying you're getting closer, like initiation, you're getting closer, but it never happened. But he kept making me, you know, sexually perform while he was wheeling and dealing, and getting jewelry from Jacob the jeweler, you know, cutting a deal with this person, recording me and him over there so he can extort that person out of woo-woo. We all didn't know, but he had a plan the whole time, and that's why he made people sign NDAs that said you can't talk about what we went through until 20 years after I died. But I never signed that. Aubrey O'Day and Danity Kane and them, they got hit with that. I was already out the game. I was done from 2004 to 2009. By the time he was running around with them, I was already, you know, on the way out.
So if I understand correctly, so basically he had you basically setting up people, man. Some of his high profile people, he had you go over there so he can get video of certain.
No, he wouldn't say go over there so I can get video. He would hire me to work as a go-go dancer. They had 3 stages, you know, positioned throughout his mansion. It was where he lived. It was his residence. It wasn't a club. It wasn't a lounge. And so we just makeshift stages, you know, 3 stages set up in his house, like for us to be checkpoints. Like my stage was over by the bar, you know, Tamiko's stage was over by the food, you know, old girl's checkpoint was over there by the rooms if you wanted to go do something. So it's like, I think he kind of told the guests, hey, if you want to drink, just look for a stage and you're going to find something you need. You know what I mean? So we were elevated above the crowd. And so, but we were instructed to only drink from certain liquor bottles. It's the girls' champagne, it's the guys' champagne. Girls don't drink the guys' champagne. Girls don't drink the boys' champagne. And all the champagne was laced with ketamine, like horse tranquilizer, ecstasy. That's not allegedly. We were all doped up. And to this day, I believe we all, and I know I do, have a chemical imbalance. Like whenever I drink anything, it could be 1 glass of wine, all of a sudden I'm a stripper, I'm a P-star, like my mind, I just black out and I'm that. I'm She Diddy.
Oh, wow.
You know, Orlando Brown running around like I'm Puff. He not really acting like it to everybody else, everybody looking like he want attention, like he wilding, like, but it's something about when he drugged you that he stood over you, like infusing himself into you while you laid there unconscious. And it's like it became a part of you. Because after a certain amount, they started calling me She Diddy. They're like, man, she act like Diddy. She just like Diddy. And hence, I've been She Diddy for the last 20 years. So I feel Orlando when he be like, man, I'm Puff. It's nice to meet you, I'm Puff. Because when we get faded, like, it's like he come out in us, like, and that's forever. That's why it's haunting us to this day.
How do you think he was able to, you know, but besides all the things you guys were laced with, you think he put maybe his DNA or something kind of strange into that concoction?
Yeah, the reason why he liked to take, we have a chakra in our anus, you know, guys and girls, and your chakra is a pathway to your soul. So because he's working for Lucifer, his goal is to take souls to hell. So that's why straight men, he wanted to turn them gay. You know, even if a gay man was gay, he wanted to make him be a pedophile and be with a minor. His thing was to take the soul. So that's why after a certain amount of time, he would make an announcement like, you better go on home because, you know, the party really about to crack now. And all of a sudden, everybody's demon would come out. And that's on God. Like, have you ever gotten, like, so faded or drunk where your body is doing stuff, but in the morning you have literally no recollection? Like, if it ain't from your homeboy showing you it, like, man, I recorded you, nigga. If it wasn't for him showing you, you would swear up and down you didn't do that shit. But then when he show you the video, you like, what the? I jumped in the pool. I don't even know how to swim, my nigga. What? Like, I don't even remember that bitch. Like, what? It was like that.
That's that blackout drink. And
right, but he had
anything.
Imagine everybody blacked out though. It doesn't matter if you a celebrity or. That's why J-Lo left the country. He had her sticking bottles and stuff up in my homegirl. She was only 11 years old. She the girl that they put on the private jet. They her with the jelly beans. They put on the private jet. They took her to the studio in New York and then had the nerve to dress her up in a D&G sweater, do her hair, put makeup on her, and take a picture like a trophy. She only 11 years old in that picture, and that's not allegedly. And then the same girl,
J-Lo was messing around with.
man, there's so many. I drop names on the neck, man. We talking about Diddy right now, but it's yeah. And then that's the same girl that in the magazine is laying on the table butt naked with fruit and food and stuff off of her, and we all eating off of her. I sucked the strawberry off her. She 14 years old laying on that table. She had a body like a grown woman. You don't think anybody's looking at that thinking that's a kid laying there. You're assuming it's a grown woman. So he made everybody be with a minor, you know, against your will, and he recording the shit. Same girl needed to do a number 2 on stage. She performing. She told him, I need to go off stage. I need you to bathroom. He told her no. She ended up shit on stage. It was a wet, went everywhere. And Denzel Washington grabbed up his wife, mobbed up to Diddy, and was like, man, you don't respect nobody. Had to run up out there. That's the incident they're talking about with Denzel Washington had to run up out of there.
So that's why Denzel and his wife left that party, because of that incident.
She shit on stage, and she was only 14 years. He didn't know she was 14. It was just the fact that she shit on stage and in front of everybody. And then Diddy took her to a room and beat her ass because she shit on stage. Then he would only give her water baths and not let her wash with soap. I'm gonna say allegedly because she's still Jane Doe right now. I'm gonna say allegedly. You know what I mean? It's allegedly. But she wants a DNA on 2 of his kids because they took 2 babies out of her. They kept her locked up and they had her babies at the house. The 2 babies they took out of her stomach. That's not allegedly.
Damn.
And allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly, she had a threesome with Diddy and his own mama / auntie. And she had a threesome with Nelly and Diddy. That's not alleged.
No.
But allegedly. Sorry, Ashanti. I love you, Ashanti. I love you, Ashanti. Congratulations on the baby. I love y'all together. It was 20 years ago. Don't get mad at 20. We talking about 20 years ago. Don't get emotional. We just telling our truth, people. Please don't get mad. It's some of y'all's favorites. It's gonna kill y'all. It's gonna devastate y'all when you hear the names involved, because we all grew up on these people. We all love these people. We'd have never thought these people would have been involved in the things that they're involved in. We're just telling our truths, everybody. And it was 20 years ago. So please don't judge us or say we lying. We're being nice enough to let y'all know what's going on from an insider point of view. If you were not even there, don't tell somebody they lying when you weren't even there.
Big facts, big facts. And fans love to say, you know, that people are capping or people are just coming up with stories. Now, hold on. Before we move forward, I'm still stuck on, you said Diddy and his mom and his auntie,
No, Diddy's mom is really his auntie, has been claiming to be his mom this whole time. She's the one with the white nails. That's why he has that fetish. She's been picking him since he was adolescent because his daddy got killed when he was a baby. As soon as he had adolescent, he resembled his dad. So she started picking him. She's the one that picked his head up initially. That's why, allegedly. I might be talking too much.
Nah, go ahead. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. We loving this. We loving this.
Yeah, but, you know, allegedly, that's why he took Kim Porter out, because he has sex with his daughters, allegedly. The twins. The whole family has sex. The same girl I was telling you about, that the Jane Doe, the 11 and 14-year-olds, the same girl he made strap Justin Bieber down, and she had to strap him down while Diddy and 2 of his sons took turns, and she had to sit there and watch, and Justin Bieber was crying and begging to be let up, and when she went to unloosen him, Diddy socked her in the face in front of Justin Bieber. So we trying to get with Justin because he would corroborate, allegedly. Justin, get at me, Justin. We be confidential. We ain't got to tell the press, nobody. Holler at me, Justin. I'll put y'all together. She was there, you was there. I was already out of it. She told me that story, but Justin, I got you.
Damn. Also, you saying Diddy and Nelly was in bed together?
He's had a threesome with Diddy and Nelly. Yeah, it's the same Jane Doe. This Jane Doe was around from 11 years old to about 15 years old. Bore 2 kids. I'm not going to say which one she believed are hers that he's been raising. You know what? On a side note, where is the white girl? Where's the white girl that he adopted?
I got asked about that today earlier in the interview. I think her name is Ava Combs.
Where is she? They said, oh, the twins are staying with one of Kamara's friends, or Kim Porter, whoever. The son's been in New York and back and forth to LA. Where's the white girl that they was online bragging and proud that they saved her life and everything. Where is the white girl?
She done disappeared.
Ava. Where's
That's
Ava?
something.
I won't call her the white girl. Shout out to my white people.
Exactly.
My mom's
Ava
half
Thomas.
white. I love white people. I'm white. It's white in me. Where's Ava? Everybody, can we do a campaign? Everybody, hashtag where's Ava?
Where's Ava? We need to get some shirts made too.
Right, where's Ava? Mask, all that. Booty shorts, we can twerk to it, all that. You know what I'm saying? I got some.
Man.
That's to be continued.
Boy, you done gave us some jaw-dropping information so far, man. This is whoa.
Like Black Rob. Shout out to Black Rob. Whoa.
Now tell us a little bit about how he ended up putting you with Jacob the Jeweler, and tell us how that Jacob the Jeweler story went down.
Yeah, so the first party I did, it was above board, you know. It was, I networked. Excuse me, I saw everybody. I was there front line, like, you know, I was calling back home to the Cali people, like, hey, you'll never believe this, like, for real, like, and then next party, it was like, yeah, you want to rap, you want to sing, right? You dance at the club, right? He started out like he was turning me pointing me in the right direction. Cause you know, everybody's been to the strip club, and every girl that's been a stripper knows you love the guys that come in, and if they're not the ones spending money, they point you to their homeboy that is. Have you ever seen a bachelor party come in and they be like, it's not me, but get him. He's the one paying for everybody. So it was kind of like he did that. Like he took the mindset that I had of being a dancer, of like, while you at my parties, I'm gonna point you in the right direction. You take care of them and I'm gonna put you on. That's how I understood it. Coercion of the heart. And because I wanted to be on so bad, and he was actually real, you know, Puffy. It wasn't like it was Puffy's assistant. It was like real Puffy saying it. I believed it. And I'm like, I had already been manipulated by Jake Steed and did, you know, movies that got me nowhere. I was dancing at Larry Friend's Hustler Club only because me and Anthony Gallo had got robbed for everything. And it was go back to Cali, broke with everybody laughing, or you start dancing. That's how I ended up starting to dance. You know, I'm dancing. We have a nice lifestyle. We got a doorman building, you know what I mean? But Diddy said, I just got to basically do the same thing I've already done that's got me nowhere and it's going to get me somewhere. Coercion of the heart. I was with it. But then as he kept adding on, so that night I was asked to wear a black dress at a white party, but I didn't think nothing of it. Like, he always supplied the uniform. That's another thing. In the Vibe magazine, let me go back to Vibe magazine real quick. I never signed a release. I wasn't paid anything. I didn't even know I was going to be in Vibe magazine. I woke up to Anthony getting a phone call from one of his model homeboys. Like, hey, you know your girl in Vibe magazine, because back then, when a new story or a new campaign came out, it was on the newsstand and everybody went out to get it. It was an East Coast thing, because in Cali, we didn't do shit like that. Nobody rushed out to get the latest magazine, but in New York, they did that shit. So we had just had sex the night before, so we laying in the bed naked, and I wake up to him smushing my head in the pillow, like, what the fuck you doing in Vibe magazine? I'm like, what? I'm in Vibe magazine, like, what? He was like, yeah, Nelly just called. That's his homeboy Zanell. Shout out to Zanell. He went on doing a lot of stuff with Diddy, Zanell, Figueroa, I don't know. Yeah. But he was like, yeah. So I'm like, what? He's like, so we got jumped up, put our clothes on, you know, doorman opened up the door for us. Right there was a newsstand. You know, Diddy's on the cover on the boxing gym, you know what I mean, with gloves or whatever. We open up, flip through it, and there I am. That picture that you see, big as day. I had no idea. That picture was taken in 2004. They didn't run a story to 2006. I had no idea that they put in there, Diddy supplied the clothing. Then they put the caption, guest strikes a revealing pose. I wasn't a guest. Who would I be a guest of? Who knew me? You know what I mean? Did Mary J. Blige say, come on, Sheree? And then if I am a guest, the audacity of me thinking I could just come in some little ass go-go shorts and a bikini top to somebody's exclusive white party with all kind of millionaires, and I'm a guest of who? But I'm their guest, and I'm gonna just show up like that, not a nice elegant gown or nothing. I'm gonna just show up all hoochie mama. Nah, I was on his event staff, but that's how they got away with putting me in there without trying to give me no employee credit.
compensation or anything,
Right.
or
And then I found out later, another reason why they put me in the Vibe magazine is so all the guys who wanted extras would know who to look for at the parties and to laugh at me because they took advantage of me after they drugged me and I was unconscious. The Fed said, well, allegedly, I'm not gonna say, someone said that when they did the raid, I'm on them tapes and there's multiple A-list celebrities running a train on me, including certain
whoa,
people that are presidential.
presidential.
No, we're talking about Diddy. We're gonna come back to that, LB. Stay with me.
Okay,
We don't
whoa,
go any further till we get the result.
man.
Hey, but anyway, once I found that out, I've been living my life for the last 20 years not knowing that had even happened to me. And now because they found out that I know that I'm on them tapes with them doing that to me, these are people that have smiled in my face since then. I had no idea that. But if there's a certain way the tape is going to come out and there's a certain way that it never will. You got to stay tuned.
Did that scare you? Like, were you scared when the feds advised you that, there was some pretty high profile people doing some crazy things to you?
It angered me actually because, I went in, under the presumption that we were all working together to make the, event hot. And I was doing my part as a hired entertainer to bring my West Coast vibes and to make, the part. And I was always complimented. That's why I kept being invited back. When there was multiple, girls all around the city, all around the tri-state, you go up and down the East Coast, you can get a girl in from Boston, Connecticut, Jersey real quick. But they kept rehiring me because I made that shit hot. And I was, I was genuine, naive, and I was like a fan. And they played on it. I didn't realize how pretty I was. And they took advantage. And he likes to steal your light. He's an energy vampire. He steals your light. He takes a piece of you. And then he infuses the devil's seed in you from him. And puts a little evil from him into you that you can never take out of you. It's like soul ties. I want to be hypnotized, actually. I want to be hypnotized and want y'all to tell me what I said and what I did while I was under.
Now, what you were telling me about Diddy, that kind of reminds me of that movie. I don't know if you ever seen it, Rosemary's Baby.
I never saw it. What happens in that?
Well, basically, this lady, man, this is back in the 60s. This is a really dope movie, though. But they move into this brand new apartment, and the husband's an actor. So in order for him to advance his career, he has to do demonic, satanic stuff in order to advance his career. So one of the things he sacrificed was his wife, and he allowed these demons and devils to impregnate his wife, so that way she could have the devil's baby.
And that's what's going on within the Hollywood and the music industry, and that's why people are leaving the country and everything, because that's what they do is practice in satanic and demonic activity. That's why when they're blessed with the highest status, the most money, the best cars, the best food, the best everything, they choose to spend their time on a daily basis doing evil, not doing good, not going around to the homeless shelters for single moms, the single mom shelters, and saying, I'm going to pick 3 women who ride the bus every day, who got 3 kids or more. 3 women getting cars today. That's what I'm going to do when I get my money. I'm going to wake up and go to the women's shelter. And they say you have a good report and you ride the bus every day to get to work and you paying your kids daycare and all that. You get a car. You get a car. You get a car. Just, I don't want no press. You won't even know I did it.
Скандално е това, което се е случвало на тези партита. Това, което разказва Адрия, съвпада с други изказвания на хората, които са били на партитата, което само по себе си говори, че казва истината. Мъчно ни е за Джастин Бибър, който е преживял ужасяващи неща от ранна детска възраст в индустрията и е бил подлаган на всякакви зверства. Съчувстваме и на всички останали жертви, които не са споменати поименно, но стават ясни бруталните неща, които са извършени срещу тях. Разбираме, че известните личности, участвали в този кошмар, са били дрогирани, но смятаме, че веднъж може да ти се случи нещо подобно и да не си наясно, но при всяко следващо участие в тези партита Те са се превърнали в съучастници на извратените игри на Диди и трябва да си понесат последствията. Ако това видео ви е харесало, моля натиснете палец нагоре. Epic Stories ви дава информация, която масовите медии не споделят. Затова се абонирайте за канала ни, като натиснете бутона SUBSCIBE, за да не изпускате нищо ново. Желаем ви успешен и приятен ден!